close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us.
So hey everyone, so it's been a while since I've done a video. I have been doing my lives, but I did say that I want to start back doing my videos because I feel like you know, doing your lives is okay, but a lot of people can't really they really don't know when I'm going, sorry, it's something in my eye. They really don't know when I'm going on my lives. But I am on my lives every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturdays at between 7 and 7:15 p.m. So I'm on my lives every Wednesday, Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. And so I wanted to come on here because so I've been talking about it on my live, but I wanted to come on and do a video. And I'm doing this video not out of sympathy. Bella, what you doing? What are you doing? So I'm doing this video not out of sympathy, but because somebody may need to hear this or maybe going through something similar. So the people who follow me and people who know, but for the new people, I'm introducing myself. My name is Tamisha. I've been living with HIV for 25 years. I contracted it when, well, I found out I had it when I was 3 months pregnant with my daughter. And it goes, and I go on, I tell my story on why it took so long for me to find out that, or it took so long to find out that I had HIV. So I go along, I tell that part of my story. And so, and if you follow my journey, you follow, you know, when I separated from my husband, and moved into my new apartment, me and my daughter. So if you'll follow my journey, but that is just a brief story, but I just wanted to reintroduce myself. And so I want to talk about how God can change anybody, right? God can definitely change anybody. And so, like I said, I left my husband. Now this video, I'm not trying to get sympathy. I'm not trying to get any of that. I'm just telling my story and sharing my story because this may help someone, or someone, like I said, someone may be going through something similar. So things didn't happen overnight, but I did. I prayed about it, and I did decide to take my husband back. And like I said, God changes people. And when I tell you, we've been back together for probably about 2.5 months now. We've been back together, and things have been amazing. Like I never thought that I would go back, and I never thought that I would have a relationship with him anymore, because everything that I've been through. And so as we began to talk, so we were talking before we even decided to move back in with each other and to, you know, move forward. And like I told him, I said, you know, I was not up for it, but like I told him, I said, in order for us to move forward with each other, I have to see that you actually changed. I had to see that he actually put God first in his life, because one thing I don't play about is my God. I don't play about anyone not having a relationship with him that I choose to deal with. So as we begin to, you know, have this relationship and, you know, start over, I see that he did change. And he has been amazing. And he has apologized for everything that he has done. No, he cannot take the fact, he cannot take back the fact on what he did. But one thing I'm not doing is dwelling on the past. One thing I'm not going to do is dwell on the past, because I can't live in the past. The past has gone, and we have to live in the future. You know, healing is possible. Forgiveness is possible. And God can definitely rewrite the most painful chapter in your life. So what I'm saying is, if you're in a relationship, if you're in a marriage that is not going to physically harm you in any way, and there is hope. There is hope for everybody on this earth. God, when I tell you we serve a good God, and I realized that the only person that can judge us is God. There is nobody else on this earth that can judge us. And I was like, you know what? When I post this video, I'm going to have so many comments. But I thank God that as I started studying my word and being more into my word, that I know what the armor of God is. So I'm like, Tamisha, when I make this video, you better make sure that you have the full armor of God on, because some people will try to eat you alive. Some people will come out as wolves and try to eat you alive. But guess what? I know who I am and whose I am in God. I know that I'm still in this journey. I know that God still has a purpose on my life, and I'm going to continue to walk in my purpose. I'm going to continue to do his will. I'm going to continue to live for him. And I really pray well for anybody that's going through a relationship and going through a marriage where you feel that it cannot be saved. I'm a living witness that it can be saved, and that people can definitely change. Now, I'm not no type of medical professional, so I'm going to say you have to choose wisely, you know, in your relationship, if your relationship can be saved, and if it's not going to harm you in no type of way. Like I said, my marriage, God chose to save my marriage, even though I went through everything that I went through. When I tell you, when Yolanda Adams sang that song, "The battle was not yours, it's the Lord's," there is no pain that he cannot heal. No matter what you go through, God, he is in the midst of it all. That's all I can say. He is in the midst of it all. And so I had to come on and make this video. And another thing I want to say is, I'm definitely making this video with confidence, with faith, and with strength. And if you follow me on TikTok, if you follow me on Facebook, when I make my videos, I am always smiling. When I tell you, there's nobody in this world that will ever take my smile away again. Nobody will ever take my smile away again, will take my peace away again. I told myself I would not go into a dark place like I was before. It was absolutely horrible. But I had to build myself up. I had to learn how to live for God. I had to learn how to listen to him. I had to learn how to obey him in order for me to get to this point. And when I tell you, it has not been easy. My life has not been easy, but I saw the end of the tunnel. So now all I'm doing is doing God's will, making sure that I'm living for him, studying his word, because one day, I always say, one day we would all leave this earth, and I'm doing everything so that I can be with him in eternity, because we are only on this earth temporarily. None of us will live on this earth forever. And there is only two places you can go to, heaven and hell. And I'm definitely not going to hell. So I'm living my life for him. I'm living my life on purpose. And I want you to live your life on purpose. So continue to stay blessed. And, you know, I pray that I will continue to gain followers, and for you to continue to follow my journey and follow my story, and just continue to support me, because like I said, my life is not easy, but I pray that I can be a positive light to someone who feels that their light is dim, because I was like that. I didn't even have a light. My light was out. I literally didn't have a light. I had to literally seek God, and now I see the woman that I am. I see the beautiful woman that I am, that he created all of us in his own image. Yeah, I pray that you know, this video helps someone, and like I said, continue to follow me, and I will see you in my next video. Have a blessed day.